Hi folks, Champagne Friday again, but very different, very different from the others, because this is almost a sales movie. What am I going to sell? More champagne? No, a house, a piece of land where I was not born, but I grew up in the summers. In 1969, Boulanger Vieille Vin was the first time that it was released. 1969, Jackson DT, the best Jackson ever. And in 1969, the first people on the moon was climbing here. I remember when I saw it. I didn't see them, but we listened to the radio and we saw the full moon on that day. Because this was the year, this was the summer when my father built this house, where Pål Allan, today is Pål Allan behind the camera. We went here today. We took the car from Stockholm to Östhammar, 1.5 hours from Stockholm, north of Stockholm, through Uppland, the beautiful landscape. And we came here to the spot where I've been catching butterflies, playing football, taking swims, going out with a boat, and above all, in later time, celebrating midsummer and drinking champagne, writing books, and of course, creating champagne hiking. So, I'm going to show you a little bit, because this is the last time I'm here. We're going to sell it during next week, and the price is so ridiculous, so I felt, why just go to Swedish people? Why don't I ask you, champagne nerds from all over the world, to bring your kids here, to go to spots where I was when I started with champagne. So join me on this trip. You will see a couple of very beautiful hiking places, special. I will tell you which champagnes we had at the different places, and Paul and I will have them today and finish at this table in the evening with a great dinner with some exquisite red wine as well. Join me! Guess you didn't hear that beautiful sound of Selosse bubbles coming through. Well, why did I pick Selosse Initial on this spot? Because it was actually the first time when I tasted it. I was here and made spontaneous rain hiking. This is the midsummer place. This is where you are dancing first around the midsummer tree. I don't know if that's the word, but anyway, that's a tradition we have in Scandinavia. And after that, we're dancing very late at night until the sun rises again. And at that time, it was very rarely raining. And I did the first rain hiking. You know, when the rain is giving all this moisture, when you get all the beautiful notes from nature, when it's been dry for a long time, and you have this enhanced aromatic beauty that only rain can give you. That's rain hiking. Now we have sunshine hiking. And, well, one of the best things with this place, Roslagen, Östhammar, this part of Sweden, is the purity of the air. And I think many of my best blind tastings, I've been trained to do them in this perfect environment. Because there are so many notes in nature that you can school yourself by trying it and testing and checking up the flowers and everything. And to bring your champagne in temperatures like we have right now. We have 23 degrees, which is within the frame of perfect champagne hiking. So, Selosse, Anselm, thank you for this 13-based Initial. Now it's time to taste. I can see immediately how beautifully deep golden it is. So lively. Sometimes Selosse Initial could be flat a little bit too early, so it becomes more stable, a little bit more lacy, winey thing, and some people are decanting it. Don't do that with the initials with some age after disgorgement. 19 disgorgement, 13 base. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Champagne hiking in one of my home spots with Selosse. What do I find? I got these Brazil nuts immediately. I got this sesame oil. I got all the fingerprints from what he's doing. From the beginning, this was a pure avis. Today, it's a Rosé Cremant avis. I think 70-80% avis, something like that. Tremendously big on the nose. Ridiculously full-bodied, I will say. It's very similar to Substance. I understand that many people are searching for this one because the price is still affordable, despite the fact that it's actually the most costly and most expensive non-vintage champagne on the planet. So, Paul and me will hike here, and then we move to another secret spot at Östhammar. Cheers for long. My friends, even more special place. Why? Because this was the first place where I tasted Cristal Rosé, and the best champagne we ever drank on this island where we are right now, just next to the house. It's Louis Roederer Rosé 1961. I did it with a very famous photographer, almost even more famous than Pål Allan, Matthias Klum. He's the guy who's been taking most covers for National Geographic magazine all time. So he's a superb national photographer. And when he came to this spot, he said there were so many similarities to lakes on Borneo, and I was starting to laugh. But we actually had the 61 Roederer Rosé. I didn't have any bottles of that, and that was a couple of times ago. So I brought a semi-mature Roederer Rosé, which is very close to Cristal Rosé, which is probably the best of all rosés. The pink stone here, the granite rose, the silver notes from the lake, because it's a lake connected to the sea, the smell from the air, just beautiful. So, this is the color before sunset, sometime late afternoon, early dinner, before the dinner. I had it with Björkhanne 1 year ago. I wouldn't say it's more mature, but it's even more beautiful. And a very big part of that is where we are. The clarity of the air, now 21 degrees. This is pure joy. There's a hint of honeysuckle rope. There is clear white chocolate notes. There are fresh strawberries, wild strawberries, raspberries and oranges, and everything is wrapped into a certain Roederer elegance, which is so hard to describe. You just need to get one. If you buy the house, go here. It's 350 meters from the house, and you get a completely different mode. And that's one of the best places. One of the best things with Östhammar is that you can go to different types of nature very nearby. So cheers before dinner.
Okay, all right.
Cheers.
Okay, maestro.
Cheerio, Sophie. Look. Högt eller bra?
Ja. Helt fantastiskt.
My friends, Last Supper, or as Monty Python says, the pre-ultimate supper. We don't know. Anyway, there's, for a champagne guy like me, there are other things in life that are really great sometimes, and it could be red wine. On this spot, when the sun starts to set, the hikings of the Champagne is less good historically. So over the 35 years I've been tasting Champagne and drinking other wines here, I come to the conclusion that the best wines we can have at this time is together with the meat. The breeze is getting slightly colder, and it's red wines. And there are two sides. Either you go for the great bottles of Bordeaux, and we had so many superstars over the years. Cheval Blanc has been one of them, but I think I picked the right one. Saint-Julien, the master of Saint-Julien. Léoville Lascasse, that's a superstar, is the perfect one to drink here. Even better is Ponceau, Chambertin, or for the spot, Griot Chambertin. I haven't tasted the most recent vintages, so we have here the 2016, but my strongest memory of all wines that I had on this magic place is actually when we saw the wild boars for the first time running like it was the savannah in Tanzania or Kenya, running on this field, drinking Griot Chambertin Ponceau. So cheers for all the great moments in Östhammar, Sjöängsvägen, and I hope someone else will carry on this great tradition, drinking the superb wines, doing the champagne hikings, playing a little bit of football, and having fun at Östhammar. Cheers!
Cheers. Gott och santé.
Skål! Skål!
Skål.